Om Namo Narayana. Welcome back. Today we are reading Chapter 6 of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Book 6. We are like halfway through, while working on the halfway mark. And sometimes it's kind of unbelievable to me that we've done this together. It was a dream of mine when I first started this channel to read these scriptures, but I really didn't know if I'd be able to do it. And I didn't know if anyone would tune in. So I'm glad that I've done it, and I'm glad that people are taking interest in it. I hope you enjoy my reading of it and rejoicing in the word of the Lord. So the word of the Lord today is called the Progeny of the Daughters of Daksa. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, "My dear king, thereafter, at the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Daksha, who is known as Prasatasa, begot 60 daughters in the womb of his wife ISKCON. All the daughters were very affectionate towards their father. He gave 10 daughters in charity to Dharmaraja, 13 to Kashyapa, 27 to the moon god, and 2 each to Angira, Bhuta, and Krishashva. The other 4 daughters were given to Kashyapa. Thus Kashyapa received 17 daughters in all. Now please hear from me the names of all these daughters and their descendants who filled all the 3 worlds. The 10 daughters given to Dharmaraja, also known as Yamaraja, were named Banu, Lamba, Kakud, Yami, Vishva, Sadhya, Marutvati, Vasu, Maruta, and Shankalpa. Now hear the names of their sons. There was a son named Devaraspa, who was born from the womb of Banu, and from him came a son named Indrasena. From the womb of Lamba came a son named Vidyota, who generated all the clouds. From the womb of Kakud came the son named Sankata, whose son was Kikata. From Kikata came the demigods named Durga. From Yami came the son named Svarga, whose son was named Nandi. The sons of Vishva were the Vishvadevas, who had no progeny. From the womb of Sadhya came the Sadhyas, who had a son named Arthasiddhi. The 2 sons who took birth from the womb of Marutvati were Marutvan and Jayanta. Jayanta, who is an expansion of Lord Vasudeva, is known as Uprendra. The demigods named the Mahrutikas took birth from the womb of Mahruta. These demigods deliver the results of actions to the living entities of their respective times. The son of Sankalpa was known as Sankalpa, and from him lust was born. The sons of Vasu were known as the 8 Vasus. Just hear their names from me: Drona, Prana, Dhruva, Arka, Agni, Dosha, Vastu, and Vibhavasu. From Abhimati, the wife of the Vasu named Drona, were generated the sons named Harsha, Soka, Baya, and so on. Urjasvati, the wife of Prana, gave birth to 3 sons named Saha, Ayus, and Parojava. The wife of Dhruva was known as Dharani, and from her womb various cities took birth. From the womb of Vasana, the wife of Arka, came many sons, headed by Tarsha. Dara, the wife of the Vasu named Agni, gave birth to many sons, headed by Dravinaka. From Kritika, another wife of Agni, came the son named Skanda. From Kartikeya, the sons were headed by Vishaka. From the womb of Sarvari, the wife of the Vasu named Dosha, came the son named Shishumara, who is an expansion of Lord Vishnu. From Angirasi, the wife of the Vasu named Vastu, was born the great architect Vishvakarma. Vishvakarma became the husband of Akriti, from whom the Manu named Kaksusha was born. The sons of Manu were known as the Visvadevas and Satyas. Usa, the wife of Vibhavasu, gave birth to 3 sons, Vyusta, Rikusa, and Atapa. From Atapa came Panchayama, or the span of the day, who awakens all living entities to material activities. Sarupa, the wife of Bhuta, gave birth to the 10 million Rudras, of whom the 11th principal Rudras were Raivata, Aja, Bhava, Bhima, Vama, Ugra, Vrisakapi, Ajay-kapat, Ahirbradna, Bahrunupa, and Mahan. Their associates, the ghosts and goblins, who are very fearful, were born of the other wife of Bhuta. The Prajapati Angira had 2 wives, named Svada and Sati. The wife named Svada accepted all the Pitas as her sons, and Sati accepted the Atharvangarasa Veda as her son. Krish Ashva had 2 wives, named Arsis and Dashana. In the wife named Arsis, he begot Dhumaketu, and in Dashana he begot 4 sons, named Vedashira, Devala, Vayuna, and Manu. Kashyapa, who was also named Tarksha, had 4 wives, Suparna, Kadru, Patangi, and Yamini. Patangi gave birth to many kinds of birds, and Yamini gave birth to locusts. Suparna gave birth to Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, and to Aruna, the chariot driver of the sun god. Kadru gave birth to different varieties of serpents. The constellations named Kritika were all the wives of the moon god. However, because Prajapati Daksha had cursed him to suffer from a disease causing gradual destruction, the moon god could not beget children in any of his wives. Thereafter the king of the moon pacified Prajapati Daksha with courteous words, and thus regained the portions of light he had lost during his disease. Nevertheless, he could not beget children. The moon loses his shining power during the dark fortnight, and in the bright fortnight is manifest again. Now, please hear from me the names of Kashyapa's wives, from whose womb the population of the entire universe has come. They are auspicious to hear. They are Aditi, Diti, Danu, Kastya, Arista, Surasa, Ilya, Muni, Krodhavasha, Tamra, Sarami, Sarama, and Timi. From the womb of Timi all the aquatics took birth, and from the womb of Sarama the ferocious animals like tigers and lions took birth. From the womb of Sarabi the buffalo, cow, and other animals with cloven hooves took birth. From the womb of Tamra the eagles, vultures, and other large birds of prey took birth, and from the womb of Muni the angels took birth. The sons born of Krodhavasya were the serpents known as Dandashuka, as well as other serpents and mosquitoes. All the various creepers and trees were born from the womb of Ilya. The Rakshasas, the bad spirits, were born from the womb of Sarasa. The Gandharvas were born from the womb of Arista, and animals whose hooves are not split, such as horses, were born from the womb of Kastya. From the womb of Danu came 61 sons, of whom 18 were very important. Amongst these 18 were Svarbanu, whose daughter was named Suprada and was married by Namusi. The daughter of another one, Zvimrita, Sambara, Arista, Hayagriva, Vipavasu, Ayomukha, Sankushira, Svarbanu, Kapala, Aruna, Paloma, Varshaparva, Ekakakra, Anuttapana, Dhumrakesha, Virupaksha, Viprasiti, and Durjaya. The daughter of Svarbanu, named Suprabha, was married by Namusi. The daughter of Varsaparva, named Sarmishta, was given to the powerful king Yayati, the son of Nahusha. Vaishvanara, the son of Danu, had 4 beautiful daughters, named Upadanavi, Hayashira, Paloma, and Kalaka. Hiranyaksha married Upadanavi, and Kratu married Hayashira. Thereafter, at the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Kashyapa married Paloma and Kalaka, the other 2 daughters of Vaishvanara. From the wombs of these 2 wives of Kashyapa came 60,000 sons, headed by Nivatakavasa, who are known as the Palomas and the Kalakeyas. They were physically very strong and expert in fighting, and their aim was to disturb the sacrifices performed by the great sages. Now, my dear king, when your grandfather Arjuna went to the heavenly planets, he alone killed all these demons, and thus King Indra became extremely affectionate towards him. In his wife Simhika, Viprasiti begot 101 sons, of whom the eldest is Rahu and the others are the 100 Ketus. All of them attained positions in the influential planets. Now, please hear me as I describe the descendants of Aditi in chronological order. In this dynasty, Lord Vishnu Narayana descended by his plenary expansion. The names of the sons of Aditi are Vivasvan, Aryama, Pusha, Tvasta, Savita, Bhaga, Datta, Vidhata, Varuna, Mitra, Satru, and Urukrama. Samjana, the wife of Vivasvan, the sun god, gave birth to the Manu named Sradhadeva, and the same fortunate wife also gave birth to the twins Yamaraja and the river Yamuna. Then Yami, while wandering on the earth in the form of a mare, gave birth to the Asvini Kumaras. Kshaya, another wife of the sun god, begot 2 sons named Sanaskara and Savarni Manu, and 1 daughter, Tapati, who married Samvarana. From the womb of Matrika, the wife of Aryama, were born many learned scholars. Among them, Lord Brahma created the human species, which are endowed with an aptitude for self-examination. Pusha had no sons. When Lord Shiva was angry at Daksa, Pusha had laughed at Lord Shiva and shown his teeth. Therefore, he lost his teeth and had to live by eating only ground flour. Rasana, the daughter of the Daityas, became the wife of Prajapati's Vatsa. By his semen he begot in her womb 2 very powerful sons named Sanivesa and Visvarupa. Although Visvarupa was the son of the daughter of their eternal enemies, the demons, the demigods accepted him as their priest in accordance with the order of Brahma when they were abandoned by their spiritual master, Brihaspati, whom they had disrespected. And thus ends chapter 6. And I had a thought of another famous outline of people, that is the begot, begot, begot in the opening verses of Genesis in the Bible, and how people are always so bored of that because it is setting up this lineage of King David. Here we have begot, 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 but it is so very different because it's actually not setting up a lineage of any future prophet or son of God or whatever you want to say. It is actually creating the history of the world. I see people every so often online. I actually saw something just the other day. Someone asked, well, where did humans come from? Well, it said, who gave birth to the humans right here.